Did David Bowie even make his Berlin Trilogy in Berlin? So in 1976, the iconic musician packed up his bags from Los Angeles, moved them to the German capital Berlin, and embarked on what is now looked at as one of the most iconic chapters in creative history. While in 2025 we now rightly view Berlin as a sort of creative mecca, in 1976 it was very different. Societal division still rolled on from the Second World War into the Cold War, and rather than widespread liberalism, it flourished in little underground pockets. While it hadn't yet apexed in trend and it was long off being dubbed a cultural hotspot, it still had a very compelling artistic community, and that was enough to attract a very forward-thinking David Bowie. And when Bowie was asked why Berlin felt like the natural next step for his career, he said, "It just seemed like such a romantic, historically interesting place." But then according to guitarist Carlos Alomar, the reality was slightly different. David went to Berlin with Iggy Pop for isolation. It was to humanise his condition, to say, "I'd like to forget my world, go to a cafe, have a coffee and read the newspaper." They couldn't do that in America. Sometimes you just need to be yourself with your problems. Sometimes you just want to shut up. It was a very well thought out move from Bowie, and it resulted in a string of groundbreaking records. In 1977 we had Low and Heroes, and in 1979 we had Lodger, which are now dubbed the Berlin Trilogy. But while the 1977 efforts Low and Heroes were definitively recorded in Berlin, the story for Lodger is slightly different. 1979's Lodger was actually recorded in the USA and Switzerland, so it's more of a willing participant in this Berlin Trilogy narrative, and it somewhat shows because of the three it's arguably the weakest, lacking the distinct ideas of its Berlin counterparts. But that being said, I still want to know what your favourite album from the Berlin Trilogy is.